Hi everyone, this is Rebecca and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a different type of video. This was actually recommended by one of my French subscribers who was interested in knowing if I'd ever thought of doing ASMR videos. I am familiar with ASMR videos on a very basic level, but I've never been very interested in watching them myself, so I never thought to do that. However, I've recently been thinking it might be beneficial to use some of my prepared scripts from my French videos and present them in English, because there are undoubtedly other English speakers or people learning English around the world who would also be interested in learning about American recipes or American culture. So today I'm going to be refilming the medieval times video that I did in French, but in an effort to make it slightly different, I'm going to be talking very softly, not necessarily at the level of ASMR, but softly and quietly, because actually one thing I think that my French subscribers don't know is that my voice in English, my natural speaking voice in English, is generally considered to be annoying. So instead of annoying the internet with that, I will speak softly and slowly and tell you the story of medieval times. Medieval Times Dinner and Tournament is a family-friendly dinner theater which features medieval-style games, sword fighting, and jousting. There are 10 locations in the United States and Canada: Atlanta, Georgia; Baltimore, Maryland; Buena Park, California; Chicago, Illinois; Dallas, Texas; Lyndhurst, New Jersey; Myrtle Beach, South Carolina; Orlando, Florida; Scottsdale, Arizona; and Toronto, Ontario. Lyndhurst, New Jersey is the one that I have visited. The 9 American sites are built as replicas of 11th century castles. There are 2 main parts to a night at medieval times. The first is the show, the spectacle, which is composed of a 2-hour medieval jousting tournament with weapons and horses. There is also a hawk presentation. Americans love any opportunity to see a hawk fly. The shows are performed by a troupe of about 75 actors and 20 horses that are at each location. The first Medieval Times opened in Orlando, Florida on December 20th, 1983. When you first enter Medieval Times, you will walk past 2 thrones where there are seated a king and a queen. These are actors dressed as king and queen sitting on thrones. You can stop and take pictures with them, and it sets the stage for an exciting experience. Inside the main building, you can purchase different kinds of souvenirs from the gift shop. Everyone will get a paper crown to wear during the festivities and take home with them. Once the tournament is ready to begin, guests are led into a large arena or stadium where we'll watch the horses perform tricks and perform dressage, as well as a falconer doing tricks with a falcon who flies around the stage and the stadium. There are 3 types of horses used at medieval times. The first is Andalusian horses. They have powerful hind legs and excel at performing complex dressage movements and show jumps. The American quarter horse excels at sprinting short distances. It's used by the knight in games of speed and skill, including capturing the ring, spear throwing, and jousting. Finally, the third horse is the Frisian, which has the honor of carrying the Lord Marshal into the arena. Next, the falconer comes into play and tells how the art of falconry dates from before the Middle Ages. It played an important role in the survival of man. The highlight of the event is the joust. 2 knights go face to face on horseback, using lances to strike their enemies off the horse. There are 6 nights, and each night is assigned to a different section of the stadium. As the nights take turns in different rounds, they are either eliminated or move on to the next round. Since each guest has a vested interest in the outcome, each guest is seated in a section where they can root for their own night. It makes it very exciting, especially when, during the joust, one of the knights is pushed off their horse and he and his competitor fight with swords on the ground. It is a stage joust, so the knights have their moves planned in advance and choreographed, and they know who's going to win and when, but the event makes it as exciting as possible. When the last knight wins, he presents a rose to a special lady chosen in his section of the stadium. Searching this video, I learned that the company puts a lot of effort into the historical accuracy of the weapons, clothing, and events of the night. The show changes approximately every 6 years to encourage regular visitors to return. The other main event of medieval times is the food. The idea behind the show is that Queen Maria Isabella has welcomed you to dine with her in her royal court. A very generous host, she ordered her royal chefs to prepare her favorite dishes to share with you. Guests at medieval times feast on garlic bread, tomato bisque soup, roast chicken, buttered corn on the cob, herbed potatoes, desserts, coffee, and soft drinks. There is also a vegetarian meal which consists of hummus, warm pita bread, carrot and celery sticks, a vegetable and bean stew, fresh fruit or Italian ice cream, coffee, and soft drinks. The meal is multi-course. It's served on large silver plates, and something that's always very exciting, especially for the youngest visitors, there are no forks or spoons given out. You will drink your soup by sipping it from the bowl, and you take your chicken thigh and eat it with your hands. If you want, you also have the option of purchasing overpriced, fancy alcoholic drinks. It's probably not a surprise to you how much Americans love to dress up and celebrate anything loudly and boisterously, especially when it comes to food. That's why medieval times is such a popular dinner destination and just overall event. There's also a cost to go along with that. It costs around $65 American for adults and $35 American per child. For this reason, it's definitely not a regular meal out. I myself have been there twice, once with my high school history class and a second time when I was a university student as a fun after-hours activity. I've also heard of people going to medieval times for birthdays and corporate events. I remember absolutely loving medieval times when I was younger, and then as an older teenager, I thought it was fun but a little cheesy. I do wonder what I would think of it at my age now, but I know that when my kids are a little bit older, I will visit with them. I hope you enjoyed discovering and learning about this American restaurant. It's truly a unique experience. Please let me know in a comment down below if you've ever visited medieval times and what you thought about it. If you like videos like this, let me know by liking the video and subscribing to my channel. Thanks, and see you next time.